This is my color device. This is what I designed. This is another walking device man character. Don't know what to call them. A hologram. And then if we go in to another level, which I did make, I just have to look for it. That is all. Then we find an interesting background. I'll show you one. It's got a really beautiful background. I think you'll probably like it. This is the one. It was obviously I made this before April, but obviously I put the date there as a name, and I've also uploaded it. So save backed it up. So if anything happens, that file is there. And this is it. Beautiful. There. Paint your palette blue and white. As you can see, this is beautiful scenery down here. We've got like a lovely field, some apples, a pigeon house, some lovely trees, and a waterfall. Can't go wrong with a waterfall. And a rainbow! Why not? And then this here. This is a kind of western theme, you know, with the railway tracks and near the waterfall. I put beavers as well if you look very carefully. It's hard to tell because now you can see them now, they're quite there. Because obviously beavers build dams, don't they? Over here are the crows. Obviously they're being a bit damaged, but I tried to populate it with trees and butlers, and as you probably know, that was already there for a while. This level's old, it's just I redecorated the level to make it more interesting. As you can see, these things have a tendency to make funny noises. I'm not going to kill them, but I will leave them be because they're not hurting anyone. And this is one of those ape things I made, walking sort of upright. As you can probably tell, you can move, you can walk, kind of does a heel walk. But he does have the ability to walk. And over here I'm going to show you my, well, I wouldn't say creme de la creme, but certainly Mr. Dennis Lump. Dun 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 dun. As you can probably tell, this is based off a drawing I did last year. The SJW poster which I had done had him with kind of green hair with the sides of his hair black, with a very weird mullet thingy hairstyle. He's wearing a tweed jacket with dark trousers, they're dark brown, as you can probably tell, with hints of green on them. But the tweed is actually something you see in some of my drawings. It is, in fact, a common thing you'll find with me. I do like to put tweed is a really nice thing to put it. You know, it's a really nice material. It's a very conservative look, but it does justice, I think. The green is very vibrant. Now, if I were to change the color of the sky to be, you know, to be black, like so, I think the green would really pop out. I'm going to change that fudge background theme for a bit. So I'm going to change it to this, which is very old, very conservative, very ancient. And then you got this kind of theme here with the inventions of Da Vinci. Da Vinci was very well known for drawing these really amazing designs of inventions. He had a very clever mind that was able to work out to build these incredible machines. Over here is the helicopter he would have designed. This is supposed to be a saw which operates on water, which is what that channel there is for. And these are paintings he done, you know. I'm going to change it back to the... I'm supposed to change it to this scene. Go a second. Hey. And I'll move back to this, and you'll see what I mean. You can walk. If I lower the ground, but... if I lower the gravity just a bit, now he can walk a bit better. His legs are not squished down by his weight. These are flare trousers. As you can probably tell, the contrast is not bad. It's alright. It does the job. This one's made of like out of like a material, and I'm gonna save it because I can always work on this. I'm gonna go further on. I'm gonna back it up. Just give it a second. It does take some time. Obviously, I've been using this PS3 for about 10 years or so. A bit over 10 years, actually. And it's rather good that you got... And then I'm going to show the countdown level thing that I made. So, the level would be over here. Well, it's not the countdown level, but there is a countdown clock in this level, which I designed. And it took me a little while, actually, but I'm patient enough. Obviously, I'm often in really shitty moods when I'm making stuff. As you can see, you've got like a cityscape, some houses. This man here is kind of just chilling out, like very, very chilled out, very relaxed. He's kind of sitting on top of the water. He's made of cardboard. I'm assuming it's he. I don't know what the heck it is. It's genderless because there's no. There's the countdown clock. Dun 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 dun. There you go. Dun 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 dun. Boom. Very quick, you know. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the first off. In this level, I had so this is a wheelchair which I designed. As you can probably tell, this wheelchair, I'm going to save it actually, because I've worked my guts out, bollocks off in this particular thing. As you can probably tell, this is another one of those, I'm going to change the water level. So you can see the beauty of the level. I mean, not that it's that beautiful. I mean, the background is rather nice. You can see the trees. There's some parallax regarding the trees. But I'm going to put the water back in the level. They're not doing anything inappropriate. They haven't got any jealous. Headless as they are, I'm going to take it back up to 9. 9 is the, you know, is the depth of the water has to be for these things to walk. And yes, you can walk. As you can probably see, their style of walking is a little bit different from mine. Mine's a little bit more... Well, it's more swimming, but they're kind of swimming, but kind of walking. It's a kind of weird thing. If I take it down to 8.3, you can see its feet does touch the ground. And this is a kind of messenger putt, you know. This is 9 and we got 400. This is to keep it to the ground. And finally, I got another level I would like to. I'm gonna see if I can actually I've backed up a few levels today, but I want to do it, so let's see if I can. Yeah, just give it a minute. Sometimes it does this, you know. It's a bit overheated, you know what I mean? Yeah, give it a minute, shall we? Yeah, perfect. As you can probably tell, I am very busy. And over here is a level which I had made several years ago, before COVID. This level was made during a very weird time in my life. This is DuBont School. This is the school where one of my characters, Manc Gemon, went to. It's fictional, it's not real, but he was my biggest OC character. He's one of the main ones, which I spent a lot of time writing scripts. A lot of hand cramp writing that bastard. This is Uncle Jalapeno from LittleBigPlanet 1. As you can see, I've back uploaded it all from LittleBigPlanet 1 to this game. This is the school. as you can probably tell, as being a, and this is all the stuff I came up with, all these ideas that just ideas for different, kind of, just ideas, government, politics, nothing too special. As you can see, I did a background, and then go further up here. That was inspired by me trying to get things to stand up, which I managed to do last year in July to 30th. So 30th of July was the first day I was able to do it. This is Manc's house. This is his family home. As you can see, it was inspired by camouflage, so it's hard to tell with this particular setup. This is the Mount Sinai multi-faith center, so Jewish, Christian, Muslim, doesn't matter what religion is, they worship here. As you can see, this is the Star St. David along with the Christian cross, symbolizing the respect for one another. Now, of course, history hasn't always been kind to Jewish people, but I thought maybe let's have a very respectful sort of experience in the game, you know what I mean? But I've wrote a lot of stories about Manc and his company, and I told my brother head off about it, and I was very irritable when I wrote about those things. This is Bouffant is the Mont Common. The Common is an old name for a large lawn or other piece of land that you kind of just settle on. You play games there, you can, just have picnics on, you have fun. And this is the rest of Bouffant, and that's his house there.